playing guitar and singing in a folk rock band.
It's just one of them. And she's about to let her hair down for a tour with her group, Sadie and the Hotheads. We'll talk to Elizabeth in a moment. First, here she is, though, back in her corset, properly dressed, for the Christmas Day Downton Abbey special.
How tiny the glens make one feel.
That is the thing about nature. There's so much of it.
Must be lovely to be queen of such a kingdom.
You're right. We're very lucky in this. Goodness, we weren't expecting male company for our feasting.
I'm sorry to disappoint you.
How did you get on?
Very well. Not too long a trail and death by a single shot at the end of it. Neil is cock-a-hoop.
Well done, Papa. Your reward will be to join the ladies' lunch.
An added bonus. I hope it's venison.
Oh, quite right. We ought to eat what we kill.
Rose, stop talking. Ooh. Well, Elizabeth McGovern joins us now. Very good morning to you.
Very good morning to you.
So the Christmas special is not at Downton.
No, we go to Scotland to a relative. So we see another grand house, different rituals.
Yes. And
slightly.
There you're talking
Not
about...
that different.
There you're talking about venison, but you sing about cows, don't you?
Yes.
Sadie and the Hotheads.
Yes.
Come on, let's hear you.
Let's hear it. Can
Sometime
we?
this morning.
Or maybe not.
Okay.
I'm standing outside looking up at the sky. Today the sky is wide and high. I turn my face to feel the sheet. Oh, the cows every single day eat. It's nice to watch the way they chew. I'm glad you brought me here with you. Hanging on to the gate while it swings gives me a chance to think about things.
What would Carson say if he could see that? But, Sadie and the Hotheads, do you consider yourself to be a hothead with the Hotheads?
Yes, although we interchange our alter egos. Sadie is sometimes Lizzie Dean, who sings with me. And to be a hothead is a compliment, so I like to think of myself as one of them.
Have you always sung and played guitar, or is this something that you've recently picked up?
It's been, before now, very much a private exercise for me. So this getting out and performing is something that I've done off and on, but it's really picked up the pace in the last year.
So when you so when you started out as an actor, you were determined to be an actor, not a performer who did singing and playing as well.
No, I've never ever thought of myself as a singer. In fact, my original intent was to write songs and get somebody else to sing them, and it was only when I failed to find anybody who wanted to that I ended up being the nominal singer of the band. But it's all kind of...
Did you sort of throw the music aside and think, well, if no one's going to sing these songs...
Yeah, I said, God damn it, okay.
But it adds a certain lustre, doesn't it? If people know they're going to see you.
It had something. I don't know what I'd call it.
Well, so it was a private thing until the past year, and then did you feel
No,
that...
well, we've been playing together as a group really for almost a decade, but
Right.
only very sporadically, because they're a busy group of very, very good musicians. So I get them when I can. But because we've gotten now people interested in seeing us, that of course gives us a certain motivation to get out there.
And you write songs about your particular perspective of the world where you are?
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see, because I think there are a lot of people who, like me, are out there who've been married for a long time, watching their kids grow up, and are very much involved in the mundane, day-to-day ups and downs of life. And so that's what I write about, and I'm interested to see if that will connect to people.
Okay, but there's one song you've written on there which is about falling in love, inviting the debt collector to fall in love with you.
Oh, yeah.
Is that based on personal experience?
No, that was a reaction of mine to an experience that somebody I was playing with was going through.
Okay.
He was being hassled by a debt collecting agency. So I wrote a sort of fantasy character for that one.
Okay,
that does sometimes happen.
I was slightly worried.
Yeah.
So obviously your role as Lady Cora has brought sort of a lease of life to this music and your public appearances, which is great. Take us back then to Downton. We're looking forward to the Christmas special. the whole household transposed to Scotland, including many of the servants, which is always, I can imagine, entertaining, because they have their own ways of doing things, don't they?
Yes.
So is there a little bit of a culture clash then between Downton servants and those of the...
Yeah, well, it
other
works
house?
on two levels. One, you see another family in operation, which is an aristocratic family distantly connected to the Crawleys. And you see the dynamics of their family life, and everybody kind of slightly compares themselves to this other family and takes away life lessons from the experience. Robert is very much enthralled to this Scottish castle because they do things the old way, to the traditional way, but then he sees another side to the operation, and I think he comes away with a bit of appreciation for his American wife and his way of life.
Well, at about time too,
About
because
time.
it was all a bit rocky in the third
Yes,
series, wasn't
very,
it?
very
The program started in 1912 and then went through the war. We're now
Yes.
to what, 1920? And there will be a fourth series,
Yes.
won't there? So how much longer do you think, through time, do you think the series can go?
I don't know. I'm not the one,
you still
fortunately,
A fifth
who's been
series?
given that job.
Are you still enjoying it though?
Oh, very much. It's a great group of people to work with.
So there's definitely a fourth series. Have you started filming?
No, we start in February.
So we know for sure there's a fourth series.
Yes.
And do you expect there to be a fifth series?
I wish I could answer that question. I really don't know. I think there might be some hope that there is, but I think everybody feels that we hope that we know when it's time to stop, that we don't wear out our welcome.
Any big surprises? I mean, there was a bit of a tragedy in the third. So
We've
was
lost a big character.
Any surprises coming up?
Oh, there's always surprises.
Are we going to lose any more characters?
There's always surprises.
Are we going to gain any more characters? Because there's going to be something. All
That's
right.
the seal.
You're coming back later. See.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much indeed. Sadie and the Hotheads are on tour from the 8th to the 18th of February. That's going to be busy then because you're filming.
Yeah.
And on Christmas Day, 8:45, ITV1, you can catch that Downton Abbey Christmas special.
Now,